Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to TJ Inspires. Oh, my glasses are not clean. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to TJ Inspires. We're doing trivia. We're doing some trivia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you guys are coming in, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Let us know how you're feeling in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is, I go by the pen name TJ Inspires. So come on in, come on in. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. So tonight I got my water and I got some fruit. So I got some fruit. I was gonna grab a honey bun, but I was like, nah. I ain't gonna grab that. So I don't know how many of you guys deal with allergies. That's what I'm dealing with tonight. It's allergies. So come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. And so before we get started with the trivia, I want to let you know that I am an author. So this is one of my books called Dream the Impossible, a personal memoir. Little girls who dream become women with vision. So this is the book. It is available. It is available. It is available. We have Princess Destiny and the Magical Natural Hair. It is also available. Princess Destiny and the Magical Natural Hair. And we have Soul of a Man, poetry for the mind, body, and soul. That is also available. Guys, please come on in. Let me know that you guys are here in the chat. Let me know what kind of trivia card. I'm going to tell you what trivia cards we have tonight, and let me know what you want to start off with. So please let me know. Hi, Real Life Simulations. How are you? How are you? So, all of this month we're gonna be playing trivia. And on Wednesday we're gonna do Peach McIntyre trivia. So please tell your friends and everybody that on Wednesday, if you doing well, I love trivia. Oh yeah. I had an idea to do social media fake icons trivia. And we're gonna kick that segment off on Wednesday, which with Peach McIntyre trivia. And so yeah, make sure you tell a friend to join us tonight and Wednesday as we kick off our fake social media icons trivia. So I'm really excited about that. The live notification is out. So please make sure you go ahead and share that out and join us. Thank you. All right. So again, all of this month we're gonna be doing trivia, and I'm gonna pull the first card. So we have. Let me tell you the categories we have for trivia. We have world trivia. We have would you rather? Would you rather? We have some Disney trivia. Let me know what trivia card you guys want me to start with. I'm just telling you the categories that we have. We have Riddle Me This. We have Wacky and Wild Animals trivia. All right. Let me know what trivia you want to start off with. We have Wild and Wacky Animal trivia. We have Riddle Me This trivia. We have some Disney trivia. We have Would You Rather trivia. And we have worldly travel trivia. Okay. So since you were the first one, let's start off Would You Rather. Okay. All right. Let's go with this one. Would you rather have skin that doesn't tan, but rather plaids, or nah? All right. Let's try this. Okay. So we're gonna do. Let's do this. All right, let's do the Disney trivia first, all right? So this is Disney trivia. Okay, let me tell you what the cards come from. This is A, Anna from Frozen. B, all of these are from Frozen. Okay, so which one of these characters sings Intro into the Unknown? Which one of these Disney characters sings Into the Unknown? Is it A? Is it B? Is it C or D? And A is Anna, B is Swan, C is Elsa, and D is Grand Pappy from Frozen 2. So all of these are from Frozen 2. All right. Which one of these Disney characters sings Into the Unknown? Which one of these Disney characters sings Into the Unknown? All right. Anybody else want to take a guess? All right. Anybody else wants to take a guess? All right. I don't have my gavel. All right. The answer is C, Elsa. Elsa is one of the characters that sings Into the Unknown. So Kristoff may sing it too, but on this one it's saying it's Elsa. All right. Which of these three characters does Olaf impersonate in a retelling of Frozen? Which three characters does Olaf impersonate in a retelling of Frozen? Which one of these three characters, which of the three characters does Olaf impersonate in a retelling of Frozen? All right, you saying Elsa? One of them is Elsa. So C is already out. One of them is Elsa. Can you guess two more? So let me repeat the question. The question is, which of these three characters does Olaf impersonate in a retelling of Frozen? C is one of them. C is so you guys have already guessed C. That's one of the answers. So you gotta pick two more characters. Two more characters. All right, you say D and A? Yeah? You're right. It is D. It is D. Garby. No, I'm getting the name wrong. It's Gran. And then the other one is A, Elsa. All right. All right. Let's go to the next. So y'all liking the Disney? All right. Here we go with another Disney trivia. All right. So let me tell you, this one is from Hocus Pocus. B is from Sword in the Stone. C is from the Horn King and the Black Cardon. And D is from Fantasia. All right, here we go. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Here's the first question. Which of these two characters transforms a person into an animal? Which of these two characters transforms a person into an animal? All right, Disney question. Which two of these characters transforms a human into an animal? Transforms a person into an animal. Which two of these characters transform a person into an animal? No, this is from Disney. One of them is B. One of them is B. So let me go with the let me answer, let me tell you the question again. One of them is B. One of them is B. Which of these two characters transforms a person into a animal? You guys have already guessed B, and B is one of the answers. Anybody else wants to take, and you said A and B? Yep, you're right. It's A and B. A and B. Hocus Pocus, and B from Marlon from the Sword in the Stone. All right. Good job. Good job. Good job. Stay with me. Stay with me. All right. Which one of these characters lives on Bald Mountain? Which one of these characters lives on Bald Mountain? Which one of these characters lives on Bald Mountain? All right. Anybody else want to take a guess? All right. All right. All right. Let me repeat the question. Which one of these characters lives on Bald Mountain? All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is D. D. From the movie Fantasia. It is D. All right. Here we go. We got more Disney trivia. We got more Disney trivia. I'm liking this. I'm loving this. Good evening. Good evening. If you're just joining us, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're just vibing it out. Just vibing out, and we're doing some trivia. And you guys said you want to do Disney trivia. So here we are. All right. Here's the next question. All right, I'm gonna tell you, this A is from Peter Pan, no, Pete and the Dragon. B is from Jungle Book, Mowgli from Jungle Book. C is Simba from The Lion King, and D is Hercules. All right, so here we go with the question. All right, which one of these characters wears shoes? Which one of these characters, which one of these Disney characters wears shoes? This one should be easy. Which one of these Disney characters wears shoes? Anybody else want to take a guess? All right, anybody else? Let me repeat the question for you guys that are coming in. Which one of these characters wears shoes? Anybody else want to join in? I'm going to do the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam, 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 bam. It is D, Hercules. It is D, Hercules. All right. Here we go. This is question number 2. Which of these two characters has an evil uncle in their original movie? Which of these two characters, A, B, C, or D, which out of these two characters has an evil uncle in their original movie? Yes, please subscribe. All right. You said C and D? All right, okay. Anybody else want to take a guess before I release the answer? All right, C, all right. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mo, got it. It's C and D. Simba and Hercules. All right, here we go. This is question number 3. Which of these 3 characters are raised by animals who aren't their parents? All right. Which 3 characters, so you got to pick, it's 3 characters are raised by animals who aren't their parents? Which 3 characters are raised by animals who aren't their parents? Is it A, B, C, or D? All right. Anybody else want to take a guess? A, B, D. All right, who are the characters? Okay, A is Pete and the Dragon. B is Munga from the Jungle Book. C is Simba, and D is Hercules. Hey, Mika. All right, here's the answer. The answer is A, B, and C. So A, B, and C are the answers. All right, here is the last question for this card. Which one of these characters has a best friend named Elot? Which one of these characters has a best friend named Elot? Anybody else want to take a guess? All right, what's the question? All right, so the question is, this is Disney trivia. The question is, which one of these characters has a best friend named Elot? That's okay. The question is, which one of these characters has a best friend named Elot? And the movie, this is from Pete and the Dragon. This is from Jungle Book, Simba, and Hercules. No problem. Thank you for joining. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up on your way in. All right. We have somebody said D, somebody said B, somebody said anybody else? All right. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is A. It is A. It is A. Pete and the Dragon. It is A. All right. Let's see this one. All right. This one, all of the characters from this Disney trivia is from Toy Story. Whether they be from Toy Story 1, 2, 3, or 4. Thank you for subbing. Thank you. Thank you. All right, here we go. All of these characters are from Toy Story, whether they be in Toy Story 1, 2, 3, or 4. Here we go. This is the first question on the card. Which one of these toys says we've done our duty in Toy Story 3? Which one of these toys says we've done our duty in Toy Story 3? Hi, TJInspires. Welcome. All right, we got one answer for C. Okay, I gotcha. Which one of these toys says we're done? We've done our duty in Toy Story 3. Anybody else want to take a guess? All right, we got C, C, D. The answer is C. It is C, and C is Surge from Toy Story 2. All right, so let's go to the next one. All right, and this one is coming from Toy Story 4. Which two of these characters is it not? Which of these two toys are not in Bonnie's closet at the beginning of Toy Story 4? Which of these two toys are not in Bonnie's closet at the beginning of Toy Story 4? Is it A, B, C, or B, C, or D, A? It's 2. Which two of these toys are not in Bonnie's closet at the beginning of Toy Story 4? All right, somebody said D, A and D, A and C, D. One of them is C. One of them is C. B and D. It's B and C. It's B and C. All right. All right, here we go. Thank you guys for joining. We're just vibing out. We're doing trivia. This is Disney trivia. All right. Which of these three characters, which one of these three toys appears in in Toy Story 1, 2, 3, and 4? It's 3. Which of these three toys appears in Toy Story 1, 2, 3, and 4? Which three of these toys appears in Toy Story 1, 2, 3, and 4? So basically, they've appeared in all Toy Stories. B, A, and D. All right. Anybody else want to go? Anybody else want to take a stab at it or a guess? All right. Anybody else want to phone a friend? All right. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is A, B, and D. So Rex, Little Bo Peep, and Buzz Lightyear. All right. Here's the last question for this one. Which of these toys is a birthday gift to Andy in Toy Story? Which of these toys is a birthday gift to Andy in Toy Story 1? Which one of these did Andy get as a birthday gift? Anybody else want to take a stab, I guess? The answer is D. It was Buzz. It was Buzz Lightyear. That was what his toy he got. His enemy was Buzz Lightyear. All right, here we go. All right, let's do another Disney trivia. All right, let's see if y'all can get this one. All right, I'm gonna tell you this is Ming Lee from Red, Turning Red. This is Sizu from Ray and the Last Dragon. D is Ursula, and C is Raya from The Last Dragon. So two of them in the same movie. Red, Ming Lee from Red. Okay, so let's go with this one. All right. Which one of these characters is out to get King Triton? Think about which one of these characters is out to get King Triton. Everybody should have got this one. It's D, Ursula from Little Mermaid. She was out to get King Triton. All right. Which of these three characters are shape shifters? Which three of these characters are shape shifters? B is one of them. Well, you had it. A is one of them too. So yeah, the answer is A, B, and D. A, B, and D. All right. Do y'all recognize these? All right. Let me tell you where they're coming from. This one is coming from Mulan. This one is Sleeping Beauty. This one is Princess and the Frog. And C is from Snow White. All right. So let's go with the question. Which one of these dishes was made for Mulan? All right, you gotta be a really Disney fanatic to know this for these questions. Which one of these dishes was made for Mulan? Which one of these dishes was made for Mulan? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? Which one of these dishes was made for Mulan? All right, it is A. It is A. It is A. All right. Which of these two foods were made by princess characters? Which two of these foods were made by princess characters? Is it A, B, C, or D? All right. Anybody want to take a guess? Let me repeat the question again. Which of these foods were made by princess characters? Which two of these foods were made by princess characters? One of them is D. One of them is D. Anybody else want to take a guess? One of them is D. All right, the answer is D and C. The pie in Snow White and the beignets from Princess and the Frog. Which one of these foods was prepared in a restaurant? Which one of these foods was prepared in a restaurant? Anybody want to take a guess? It is D, the beignets from Princess and the Frog. All right, we got this one. This is from The Incredibles. This is Disney trivia from The Incredibles. Here we go. Here we go. Thank you guys for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just chilling. We just doing some trivia, vibing out. Okay, here we go with this question. All right, which two of these characters are siblings? Which two of these characters are siblings? And this is from The Incredibles. This one is from The Incredibles. Which two of these characters are siblings? All right. Anybody else want to take a guess? The answer is C and D. That's Violet and Dash. I don't know why I thought his name was Jack, but it's Dash. All right. Which one of these characters has the power of invisibility? Which one of these characters has the power of invisibility? Oh, there's another one? Oh, I didn't I didn't know that. I thought there is Jack is the baby. Okay. Which one? Okay, so you guys are saying C and D? C and D? All right, the answer is C, Violet. All right. This one is from one of my favorite movies. This one is from my favorite movie. Hi, My Journey. I thought so too. I didn't know that there was a baby. Okay. I had to go back and watch the movie. All right, so this one is from my favorite movie, Soul, okay? All right, which one of these characters tells the audience to go home after the credits? Hey, Mind Journey, welcome. All right, which one of these characters tells the audience to go home after the credits? And this is from Soul. And so you got Joe Garner, Terry, you got 22, and you got Mr. Mittens. And all of these are from the movie Soul. All right? Anybody else? Okay. It's B, Terry, one of the souls, okay? Which one of these two characters finds their spark? Which one of these which two characters finds their spark? Which two characters finds their spark? All right. Oh, you should watch it. It's a really good movie. It is A and C. A and C. All right. Which of these three characters lives on Earth? Which three of these characters lives on Earth? Which three of these characters lives on Earth? It's three. It is A, C, and D. Which of these characters temporarily becomes a lost soul? It is C. It is C. It is C. All right. All right. Let's go with this question. All right. We're going to switch it up before we head out of here. We're going to switch it up just a little bit before, and I have a couple more Disney trivia, but this one is, all right, here's a question. How many countries begin with the letter W? How many countries begin with the letter W? Is it A, B, C, or D? A is 0, B is 1, C is 2, 3 is D. How many countries begin with the letter W? How many countries begin with the letter W? All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is 0. 0, 0. You see the answer is 0. All right, here's another one. All right, here's a question. What is the fastest flying bird in the world? What is the fastest flying bird in the world? Is it A, is it B, is it C, or D? A is a golden eagle. B is a falcon. C is a spur-winged goose, or a turkey vulture. What is the fastest flying bird in the world? What is the fastest flying bird in the world? Here's the question. What is the fastest flying bird in the world? Anybody else want to take a guess? The answer is B. The answer is B. And the answer is B. All right. All right. All right. Before we go, approximately how many people around the world use Facebook as of 2022? About how many people across the world use Facebook in 2022? About how many people uses Facebook in 2022? Was it A, B, C, or D? About how many people use Facebook? The answer is D, 2.9 billion people. All right. All right, before we go, let's do the 2 more Disney cards, all right? All right, here we go. And I'm going to tell you where these people, the characters are coming from. This is Peter from Peter Pan. This is Dumbo. This is Aladdin. This is Pinocchio. Let's go. Here, okay. Which one of these characters travels to the Cave of Wonders? Which one of these characters travels to the Cave of Wonders? Which one of these characters, if you're just joining us, you're watching a replay of this video, we're playing trivia. Again, make sure you give us some thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And the question is, which one of these characters travels to the Cave of Wonders? And on Wednesday, put your post notifications on. On Wednesday, we're gonna be adding more trivia. This time, we're gonna be doing fake social media icons trivia. So make sure you guys put your post notifications on. We'll be doing trivia, fake social media icons trivia. So make sure you put your post notifications on. All right, so she said C. Mind Journey and Real Life Simulation said C. You guys are right. All right, which 2 of these characters performs in front of an audience? Which 2 of these characters performs in front of an audience? B and D. Yep, B and D, which is Dumbo and Pinocchio. All right, which 3 characters flies? Which 3 character flies? Which 3 characters flies? Which 3 characters flies? No, it's not a trick question. Which Which three of the characters flies? No, it's not a trick question. It is A, B, and C. So A is Peter Pan, B is Dumbo, and C is Aladdin. Remember Aladdin? The carpet did make him fly. All right? Which one of these characters has a friend named Timothy? Which one of these characters has a friend named Timothy? Which one of these characters has a friend named Timothy? It is B Dumbo. B Dumbo. All right. Here's the last one. Again, I'm not leaving you guys, but I'm gonna. This is the last one for tonight. We'll be back. We'll be back. So put your post notifications on. All right. This one is trivia challenge. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Here's the question. In bowling, what do you call three strikes in a row? In bowling, what do you call three strikes in a row? In bowling, what do you call three strikes in a row? In bowling, anybody want to take a guess? In bowling, what do you call three strikes in a row? Let me drop some hearts in the chat if you want me to give you a clue. Drop a heart in the chat if you want me to give you a clue. All right. All right. It starts with the T and it ends with the Y. We eat it, a jive turkey. Yeah, it's a jive turkey. Okay. All right, here's the next one. It's a turkey. It's a turkey. All right. Which US state is the only state to grow coffee beans? Which US state is the only state to grow coffee beans? Which US state is the only state to grow coffee beans? And this one it has beautiful water. It's always sunny. And it's a US state, the only state to grow coffee beans. Turkey? It's a US state. Okay, it ends in two I's. The state has two I's in it. Which state? I'm gonna 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is Hawaii. Hawaii, Hawaii. All right. Indiana. All right, here's another one. What is the largest ocean on Earth? It was Hawaii. What is the largest ocean on Earth? What is the largest ocean on Earth? What is the largest ocean on Earth? Anybody want to take a guess? A guess? It has the first letter starts with the P. Yes, the Pacific Ocean. I can't even pronounce it. But yeah, you're right. Y'all are right. All right. Here's the last question. What birds cannot move their eyeballs? What birds cannot move their eyeballs? It was a Pacific Ocean. I can't even say it. Which birds cannot move their eyeballs? Which birds cannot move their eyeballs? Which birds cannot move their eyeballs? And this question and this bird, people make it seem like this bird can really move their eyeballs. And after I saw this question and answer, I was like, what? People been lying to us the whole time about this bird. Cook bird KFC. All right. Does anybody want to take a guess? It is an owls. 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 All right. All right. That's all I have for tonight. Again, thank you guys for joining me. On Wednesday, we are going to start our series adding social media icons, and we're going to be doing some Peach McIntyre trivia. So let me know. Join us on Wednesday. Put your post notification on. And we're just not gonna be doing her. We got some Netta and Charles trivia. Because these people think they're famous, but they're really not. So we're just gonna have some fun. I'm glad you joined me too. Again, put your post notifications on, and we'll be back on Wednesday with more trivia. Again, please make sure you tell a friend to subscribe to our channel. And you guys have a good night. Thank you guys for joining, and thank you guys for watching the replay. Again, have a good night. Again, peace, love, and blessings. Until next time, I love you guys. Love you guys. Love you guys. I love hanging out with you guys. See you next time.